Hello Hoopers, Roro here from Project Hoop, and I'm uploading these videos that I originally taught as online classes during COVID-19. I'm sure you can appreciate that the quality of them is not amazing, but it's not about that. It's about making hula hoop accessible to anybody and everybody who would like to learn. So I hope you enjoy these videos and happy hooping. Bye bye.
This is the sort of thing I'll be covering in my combos tricks class. I really hope to see you there. Alright, so we're all good with that? Any questions on that? So again, nice big throw, catch, swing, swing, swing. Alright? Then the next thing we did was we gave it a little push with our thumb, and what we're aiming for is this area here. Okay, so we're coming up to this area here, which is just above where your shoulder blade is, because you're going to be turning around and putting your head in, okay? So we start here, we throw the hoop, so without the hoop I've thrown, I've caught, I'm pushing, I flick up, and I want the hoop to be coming to this area here, and when it does, I turn around and I stick my neck into the hoop. Hold on, postman. Yeah, cool, can you just pass it through here? Cheers, mate. Thank you. I don't care. Go put it there, no matter. Off, upstairs, go. Apologies for my dog. Okay, so gonna swing it round. It's gonna come up to this point, and then we're gonna turn around and we're gonna put our head in. Okay, so it comes around, it swings, and my head is in. Okay, so from this angle, I'm going to release at this point here, and my neck is in, my head is in. And I'm keeping my neck nice and straight, and I'm pushing downwards. Okay? So just to show you again. So release the hoop up here, turn and put your neck in. Okay, and as soon as your neck's in, I'm pushing into it with my neck, but I'm not doing this, okay? So I'm not pushing with my whole body, it's just my neck that is in it, and I'm pushing downwards into the hoop as it's spinning, okay? And I'm bent over as well, so this is how far bent over I am. Alright, so I'm just gonna have a little spot of you guys doing that. Nice, so make sure you really, stick your neck out, really stick your neck out and get it in, and then really push into it. Nice, very good, good. Yeah. So Mandy, you've got it. Lindsay, you look like you've got it. Rhiannon, you look like you've got it. Amy, good, that's it. Just work on really pushing your neck into the hoop as it is spinning downwards once you catch it. Natalie, we're frozen. And let's have a little look at Becky. So throwing and then turning now. Nearly, that's it. So throw it up and turn now. Way! Well done. All right. So we end up at this point here. Okay, so this is the point where we need to start to think about our left and our right and following the directions that I'm giving you, as it can get a little bit messy. So what's happening is the hoop is swinging around our neck, okay? And when it's at this point here, so when the bulk of the hoop is on my left hand side, yes, what I do is I pull my neck out, yep, I open my chest up, I pull my right arm back, and I bring my left arm behind my back to my right hand side, and the hoop is going to roll and land in my left hand. Okay, so I'm going to show you in real time so this makes sense. It's swinging, I'm waiting until that left point, okay? I pull up, back, and I catch. Okay? So as it's swinging round here, up, open chest up, pull this arm back, and bring your left hand over to your right hand side, ready to catch that hoop as it drops. Nearly. And you want to make sure, like I was saying last week, make sure when you pull out of the hoop, yeah, you don't want to pull out like you're catapulting it. Yeah, you want it deliberately to go here and drop down nicely. Okay, so don't fling it out. Just be nice and controlled. Allow it. Think about your chest and allowing it to make that contact with your chest and come down to that point. Okay, you want to keep everything in this area here. That's it, cool. Nearly. So you want to fling out, Rihanna, at this point. So when it's here, so when the hoop is here and it comes around, you're going to pull up, pull out, and it's going to drop down, and your left hand's going to be over at your right side, and you're going to catch it, okay? So I'm just going to show you from this angle as well. Right, okay? And you've got to create that space. Alright. Nice. So any questions at this point? Nearly. So yeah, make sure your head comes out of it as it's making its way over. That's when you just pull out nice, pull out nice. Okay, so a lot of you are still flinging, or when you're flinging, you're like actually pulling your chest away, and you want to be opening it. Okay. Nice, nice, Rihanna. Did you catch that? Yeah, I can't see your bottom half, so it's a mystery. Okay, that's better. There we go. Good with the coffee. Nice one, Amy. So really push into it as you catch it on your neck. Okay, really push into the motion of the hoop as you catch it there. Alright, so I'm just spotting people. Let's have a look now. That's it. And push and catch. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, really good. Really good. Okay. So I'm going to bridge on. Okay. So what you want to be doing from that point onwards is, as soon as you've it's come off, okay, so it's here. Oh, and we kill cheap a bit there. Yeah, what you're going to do is you're going to catch it, and it's going to be in your left hand, yeah? And when we were using the thumb before, we can't quite do that because we're holding the hoop like this, okay? So that we're not holding it in that position anymore, we're holding it down here. So we don't get to let it go around the thumb. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our fingers, and they're going to be the point that it goes around. So it's going to go around our fingers, okay? So you're going to, if it's here, you're going to push forwards, so down towards the right. So you're not going back to the left, you're going to the right, okay? So I'll just show you again in case that's all a bit waffle, yeah? So from this point, so you can see going around and catch, yeah? And I'm going to allow it to go around my fingers and it's travelling forward, yeah? Does that make sense? So let's all have a go at that. And if you need to push into it, then push into it. Do whatever you need to do. Okay. That's it, really pushing. Questions? Do ask.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm still having a problem catching it on my neck. I feel like sometimes I can do it, but most of the time I'm just not getting the connection with the neck.
I think when you get it on your neck, so you want to be actively throwing. So as soon as you bring it up to that point, you're turning into it. So as soon as it's here, I'm missing, I am. And you want to be sticking your neck out into the hoop. And as soon as I get it on my neck, I'm pushing. Yeah, so I'm actively pushing into it. Yeah? If you don't, then it's just going to stall. Okay, so you just need to practice. Just up, catch, push. Yeah?
Right.
Okay. Alright. And then, okay, so we're just going to branch on. So from that point, when we've caught it there, and we're pushing around our fingers, what we're trying to do is we're going to touch our arm with the hoop. Okay, so I tend to touch it round about here. My arm's extended. It's going to make contact with my arm and it's going to roll down, and then I'm going to catch it out here in that jackhammer pose, ready to turn it in to a helicopter. Okay, so it's swinging round and I catch. Yeah, so it's swinging round, forwards, 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 catch. Forwards, 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 catch. That's it. Beautiful, Amanda. That's it, yeah. So I'll show you again. So it's swinging forwards, and I'm going to extend my arm, and it's going to go down it. Okay. So push, push, push. There we go. And you want it to climb down your arm. So from this angle, forwards, 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 way, and catch. And then once we were at that point, we were turning it inwards, okay, into our helicopter. Keeping your arm nice and elevated, nice and straight, and you're turning as you are doing it. Okay. That's it. That's it, lovely. Yes, very nice. Very nice, nice, nice. Okay, remember your helicopter. That's cool. Yeah, remember your helicopter, keep your arm nice and straight. And we went over last week about that, so, and just use your thumb, apply your thumb where you need to, just to kind of keep it in the right place, keep it in the right grip. Yeah, because when we're learning helicopters, like I said, like I like to quote Bill Hicks, like, you don't see ducks taking off from the top. Yeah, you want to start at the bottom. Yeah, so you want to go from the bottom, turning it inwards, walking towards it, and then you want to bring it up slowly, and as you're bringing it up slowly, you can then turn it into what you want it to turn into, okay? It's very nice, all right? So that was your recap. So let's get on with the lesson, huh? So we got to that point where we went, and we caught it, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to repeat our juggle toss. So I'm going to throw the juggle toss up. I'm going to catch it on my thumb, and I'm going to let it swing. Okay, and the nice thing about these, and I'm just going to give this differentiation for anybody who's already like okay with this, is wherever you kind of release, it will kind of go. So with my thumb, if I push up at this point, I can catch it above my head, which you could then take into, you know, whatever you want. Yeah, so you could catch it up here, do whatever you want. Yeah, or you could catch it, send it over here, do whatever you want. Yeah, so where you let go is where it's going to go. So always think about that. So if I push my thumb up, whoop, here, every single goddamn time. Okay, and once you realise that, that's going to make it easier for you to get it on your head. And that's why I always say, like, you want to aim for the area that you want it to go to. Okay, the same if I want to catch it out to the side and do some crazy shizzle. Yeah, okay. So just think about where your point of release is, okay? So that's just given for people to play with if they want to play with it. If you don't, ignore it. And we're just going to come back to this point where we've got it going behind our back, okay? Very nice. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okie dokie. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to release my juggle toss, and I'm going to release it at this point here. Okay, so when it swings down and it's near my leg, so when it's here, yeah, this is when I'm going to release it. And what I'm going to do as I release it, I'm going to pull my arm back, all right, and I'm going to let it roll over my chest. So I need to open my chest out, and as it's rolling, the arm that's my right arm, yeah, is going to come behind onto the left side and catch it. All right, so I'm going to show you what I mean, because it's probably all a bit wah, 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 wah. Yep, so here we go. Right to left, release, catch. Okay, and it's the same that we've gone over already. Yeah, so I'll show you again. All pretty much the same, nearly. And you just want to, you don't want to move away, you don't want to chest bump, you just want to open, okay? And you want to take it at this point here, down here, because if you don't, then you're not going to get enough of the hoop to roll over your chest, okay? So again, it's spinning round, round, round. Now, 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 and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my arm back, yeah, create that gap, and I'm going to flick it. It's going to go over, and then this arm is going to come, my right arm is going to come over to my left side, and it's going to catch it. Okay, so obviously I have no superpowers to slow that down and show that you in like super slow-mo, because I have to hold it because I don't have superpowers. But when it's swinging here, now, 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 over, that's going to roll. This right hand's coming over to the left side. I'm pulling my left arm out of the way, creating that gap, and I'm catching it. Okay. Oops. 1, 2, 3, wait. Oh, catch. There we go. It's the same catch we did with the first part. Okay. So I'm going to have a look at you. Nice, Amanda. Very good, very good. So look. Okay. If you have a question, please ask me. Nat, you got a question? No. Yes! Facing you. So facing this way? Yeah. Let me just read the text box. It's okay. Move your back to the camera. Thank you. Okay. So, okay, yeah. So, here we go here. Okay, and remember I'm looking for that point down near my knee when it's swinging up. I'm going to bring my right arm over and I'm going to flick it up, and then my right arm is going to come over to my left side immediately to catch it, and I'm going to create that gap as well. Oh, that wasn't very good, apologies. Yeah? Nearly. And you should be there. Is it nice? You're welcome. Yeah, I'll do it again for you. So over. Catch. And I'm all out of the way. Yeah? Okay. And then we should be at this point. Okay. Hello.
You're making it look so smooth doing the roll, but I'm kind of throwing it. I
That's
don't know if
good.
it's because I'm like just wanting to get it done, so it's just kind of like settling it. I think.
Only it's just because you're learning it. Like mine didn't look smooth when I first started. It looked like a dog's dinner. But like you will, the more you practice it, the smoother it will look. But I'll have a look. Yep, let's have a look.
Gentle push up rather than a throw.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
So I'll spot you. Let's have a look.
Do you see what I mean? I'm trying to throw it up. I think.
You do want to throw it up. When you throw it up, you want to just lean, just round your chest slightly. Okay, so don't try and like bump it. That's better. There we go.
Right.
So round your chest slightly and just lean back and just open that area up. And like, you know this already, like things are going to look rusty at first because you're learning them.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the typical answer is drill it, practice it, it will look better. Okay?
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it was like a throw or not, that's all. But I suppose you've got to get momentum, haven't you?
That was, yeah, that was good. Just saw Amanda get that, that's good. So let's have a look, Rhiannon. Nearly, so make sure you pull yourself back when you do it. I'm just looking. Nice. Oh, nearly. Any questions as well? So I'm just going to a little spot. Nearly. Over. So make sure you really flick it. So remember what I said about think about where you release. If you release here, yeah, it's gonna, and you pull back, it's gonna naturally swing up over your chest, isn't it? Yeah. Like I said, if you're gonna flick it up to the side, it's gonna go to the side. Yeah. If you're gonna flick it up the top, you're going to catch it at the top. Okay, so you want to be flicking over this area, yeah? Oh, that's not very good. And catch. Alright. Any questions? So really give it a flick, a toss. Yeah, it's a flick of the thumb. Okay, so just from behind again. Okay, so it's a nice, just using my thumb. And it's at this point, now, because at that point you've got this nice part of the hoop coming up and you open it, you give it a flick and it's going to nicely roll, and then you're going to move this arm out of the way and you're going to catch it. Okay, so it should all come together nicely. Okay. Nice. Okay. And once you've got it at that point, So I've got it in my right hand on my left, I've got it on my right hand on my left hand side. The fun we have with dyspraxia. And I'm going to flick it up. Okay, when I flick it up, I kind of I can give it a bit of zhuzh with my my thumb and my index finger. Obviously, I will show you this from the back in a moment. And I'm going to flick it up to my arm. So I'm just going to extend my left arm, ready to catch it, and I flick it up. And what I deliberately do is I like to make contact around here because it kind of does like a little skip on your arm, like, you know, if you skimmed a stone on a lake, that kind of skip. And I think that looks nice. If you don't think it looks nice, don't do it, just throw it to your hand. But I like it, so I do that. Yeah, so from the back, where am I? Yes, so here, and then I'm going over. I'm going to catch. Okay, I've got it at that point. I'm going to extend my left arm. If you can see, I can kind of just use those two fingers if I want to pinch and give it a nice little flick. So extend and catch. That's it, yeah. And you feel it do that little wee bounce. Nice little bounce. Yeah. So you can just practice that again. So it's going, you've got it in that hand position again, so it's not your thumb, it's in the kind of one that we use for the roll down the arm, and we're just going to flick it up to our arm, and we're going to make that contact so it does that little skip. Wait. Okay. Everyone okay with that? Nice. Alright, and then once you're here, you can just take that into another helicopter. Okay, you're doing your helicopter on your left hand. Okay. Good. So it's a nice little, so you're training all your sides, and you're using lots of tech as well, so lots of brain work going on. Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick spot, and if you have any questions now, please ask me. Nice. Is it good? Yeah, you want it. I find like the little skip bit that it does quite reassuring, because you know that it's going to go in your hand then. Otherwise, you're just kind of throwing and you're hoping. Nice. Yeah, you could put a palm spin on it if you wanted. So you could go from that point up. And you could do a palm spin. That was very good. So, how am I getting today? Yeah. Or you could then bring it into anything you want, to be honest. Okay. So, any questions? Is everyone okay with that? Yeah. I'm just looking. Becky, you okay? Yeah. Natalie, you okay? We're all there, we're all okay. So yeah, take it from the, well done, yeah, take it from the top. Yeah, so take it from the first. That's it, nice, catch, up, nearly. Catch. Alright. That's it. Remember, you've got to open your chest up and let it roll over your chest and catch it. Okay, you have to let that happen. And if you're not letting that happen, you're not going to catch it. Simple as. Don't make the same mistakes I have made. Yeah, question.
Yeah, mine's going a little bit like doing a woo. It's supposed to go straight across, right? Mine's like almost doing like it wants to make and go off that way, but it needs to go like that way, right?
Yeah, if it's doing that, then that's okay because you're moving this arm out the way.
Right. Okay.
It's going to end up there anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah, almost I'm grabbing it, but it actually just wants to shoot off that way, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure I was like, am I getting about
Yeah, if as it's coming here, if you're like straight away, you're like, no, then it's going to go down here. It has no choice. But we'll talk about where you can go from there in a second. So you're sending it up and it's going over. Real good. Yeah. Please, if you want to like ask me something now, then ask me, and we'll see what we can do. Nice. That's it. Good. Yeah. Perfect. Up. Nice. There we go. And into helicopter. Once you get there, that's great. Or you can play with her whatever you want. Alrighty. That's it. So Amy, make sure you lean back and open your chest up. Rhiannon, are you okay? Yeah. Let's have a look. Not sure what's going on there. So you want to be swinging upwards, up towards your face. That's it. Yeah, and then you're going to put your other, you're going to toss it. You're going to toss it up and you're going to move your arm over the hoop, yeah? And then you're going to catch it to the side, which I did a pickle of. You get me. Here you go, Rhiannon. So up. And then you're going to move and catch. And you're going to let it go around your thumb. So catch around your thumb. When it's at this point, now, I'm going to bring my right arm over. I'm going to flick it up. It's going to come over my chest. I'm going to create that gap. And then I'm going to catch it. Okay. And then I'm just going to flick it up to my left hand. Good. Alright. So what we're going to do now is we're going to keep it going behind our back. Alright, so it's a bit like, in a way, it's a bit like you're in a weird straitjacket. Sounds nice, doesn't it? So what you're kind of doing is you're going to be moving your arm back. So you're going to be repeating this. So as we were doing that catch behind us, yeah? So we're going to be repeating this. And it might get to a point where you'll just stay in that position also, okay? So that's what we're going to be going for now, alright? So I'm going to walk you through it, don't you worry. So I'm going to start with my hoop. I'm going to go into what we've just been going into. Okay. Hello, man in the background. I'm going to swing it round. Yeah. And we're going to create that space. And we're going to catch. And I catch on the left side. And I've caught it in that position. So my arm is over. And it's in my right hand. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is again, and I'm going to be using that thumb and index finger to give it a bit of welly. Yeah, and then going to send it back over my chest. Okay, and as I do, I'm going to be bringing my left hand over to my right side, moving my right arm out the way, just like we did before, and then catching it. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same. So then I'm going to send it up again. It's going to come over. Yeah, I'm going to pull this arm back, and my right hand's coming over to my left side and catching it. Okay, so you've got like this eternal straitjacket. Carrying on. This sounds like a horrible place to be. There we go. Over. There we go. There we go. Okay, so you're just repeating the same thing. So over, way, over, way, over, over. Yeah, and that can go on for as long as it needs to. And then we're going to talk about how we can get out of that. Alright? So I'll show you from the back in a moment as well. Nice. So remember, you need to be allowing it to come over your chest as well. If you're not doing that, then it's not going to get over your chest. It doesn't need a barrier. It doesn't need a wall to climb. It needs a nice rounded chest so it can just go over it. So just create that space. Alright, so it's here. I'm going to go over, catch. Okay, then it's over, catch. Over, catch. Over, catch. Over, catch. Alright. Cool. So Rhiannon, remember when you release it, you need to be moving your arm over the back of it. Okay, and then you need to be opening your chest up and flicking it up and over. Okay. That's it, nice. 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 Okay, you want to bring it up to that point. Remember it, so it's when it's near your leg. Now, 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 now. Okay, so that's the whoosh, that's the sweet point. Because that's where it's going to come up nicely. Okay, and then we're just swapping arms. Oh, that's my face. As we go. Right, so just having a little spot, 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 spot. Okay, we okay? Okay, so it is tricky. Yeah. So remember when you release to bring that arm out the way, over the back. So as it swings down here, you've got the room to do it. If it's up here, you can't, you're blocked. Yeah, that's why we're going from here, because we can put our arm there, okay, and go up. Good. Yeah. Any questions? Okay, so remember you're swapping each time. It comes up, over, create the gap, other hand comes over and catches. And it's the same. You're sending it over again, and the other hand comes over and catches. And you just want to be repeating that process. Around 1, 2, 3, over. Okay, when you want it to end, you can just either go into the roll that we went over to start with, so you can either just roll it out, yeah, so you can just do what we did before, that in that roll, going over your fingers, and just be like, no, that's enough, and stop it, yeah, or you can go for the other one where we can bring it up and let it climb down our arm into helicopter. Okay, so you have those options. That's it. Nice. Well done, Amy. There we go. We got it. We got it. Okay. So just play around with it, getting into those different parts. Nice. I'm just spotting yours. Throw up, catch. That's it. So make sure you're catching. Swing, swing, swing. And then you're looking now because you've got the space to go up and over and catch. Yeah, so make sure you release here. If you release here, you're not going to be able to stop it, yeah? Okay. And then come out of it a way that suits you. Alright. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit differentiation in a moment. Questions?
So which arm are you supposed to be catching it on? Is it the one you've moved out of the way or the opposite one?
So the one that you've moved it out of the way.
Right, okay. So,
So this one, as soon as this is released and goes over, yeah, this arm pulls out the way and this one comes behind and catches it.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so you're doing this swap all the time. Yeah. Good. Nice. Nearly. Okay. Any more questions? Please do ask if you have. It is hot, that is why I'm inside. That's like an oven out there. I'm not falling for it. Okay, so we can like I said, we can go into sending it down in that roll, so that little backwards roll down our arm. That's one way. That was a bit crap, sorry. There we go. That's one way we can get out of it, yeah? Or we can go to the flick. Okay, that's on the right side. You can do that on your left side. It might be your left side that you choose to come out of. Yeah, it's up to you. You can take it back into that helicopter. Okay, so everything leads back to that point. Okay, and then from that you can go into the putting your head in, doing the ducking. It's totally up to you. But another little thing we can do. So when we've got it behind our back, okay, and this is just for you to play with. I'm just going to let you play with those different things and just ask me any questions if you need to. So when you've got it here, when you release it, you can also, instead of catching it, you can just extend your arm and catch it as a roll. Okay, so it's here. I'm going to go up, and I just catch as a roll. Okay, so it's here, it goes up, and I catch as a roll. So what you're doing there, okay, as soon as you release, where you would normally do the old fandango, where we bring this out of the way and that one there, we don't. What we do is we wait for it to come up onto our chest, and as soon as we've got contact around here, we just extend our arm and it will roll down your arm. Okay, don't just put your arm out and hope, because that's not how rolls work. Okay, that's why I teach them that way. Never put your arm out and hope. Lay it as you go. Yeah, so as it comes up, so again, I'm going to flick it up as if I'm going to do the old catchy behind the backy, and I'm just going to roll. Beautiful. Okay, and you can practice that from both ways. So I'll show you from the back so you can see. Okay, so I throw my juggle toss, caught it, going around my thumb. Okay, I'm going to move my right arm out the way. I'm going to wait for that point now. I'm going to let it come over, and then I'm just going to extend my arm and catch. Nice. Nearly. Good. Good. Nice. So you can play around with it behind your back a few times, and then you can go in for a roll. Okay. You want to be trying that on both sides. So if you're doing the roll from your right hand behind your back on your left side, again, flick it up. Oh, that wasn't very good. And you're gonna send it down your arm, yeah? So from this angle, there we go, beautiful. And I just push out and spin out into it straight away. I like doing that. If you don't, then don't do it. Yeah? Or you can just go straight into your helicopter, or whatever you want to do, whatever works for you. Hey, that wasn't very good. So nice little roll. Palm spin. Whatever you want. Nice. So questions, if you have questions, please ask me. Okay. So we've got the whole shebang, and you can just play with it. And you can add different things to it. And you can throw it in at any point. It's the kind of combo that will work with a lot of things. Yeah, because it's starting on a hand and it's ending on a hand. Okay, it's travelling through the whole of your body. There's loads. You can go into duck-ins from there. You can go into shoulder passes. You can go into those around the world passes. You can go into, again, different kind of like vertical shoulder passes. Breaks, there's loads. Okay. Nice. That's good. Good. Nearly. So I'm going to run through the whole thing again. I'm going to start with my right. Throw up. Wait, sorry. I'm going to go in with my neck. Okay, I'm going to pull out and catch. I'm going to send it down my arm. I'm going to take it into a helicopter. Okay, I'm going to bring it back to that point. I'm going to send it over. Catch. I'm going to take it up to here. And then I'm going to take it into another helicopter. Okay, and then I can go from here. So throw. And then I'm going to go behind, catch. Oh, it's a bit stalled. Like that. Okay, so then I'm going to do my straight jacket thing. Sorry, I'm coming from this way. So, straight jacket, up, over, up, over. As much as I want. And then to get out of it, so over, catch. Over, catch. To get out of it, I can either flick back up into that catch here, or I can send it on that roll again, or as I send it over, I can extend my arm when it comes to here, and I can turn it into a roll. Okay, and then you can turn that into whatever you want. She's throwing it everywhere. Alright, so there's plenty to play with. Okay, I'll just run through it one at a time. plenty there. Does anyone have any questions? And if you're doing breaks, you want to keep your back nice and straight. And see, is that Rhiannon who is doing breaks? Yeah, if you're doing breaks, you want to be straight. Okay. So your back wants to be straight. Yeah, I just saw you practicing, so keep your back straight if you're doing breaks, Rhiannon. Yeah, got it, good. Okay. Nice.
Do you know the juggle toss?
I do, I know it well. Yes?
Is there a way you can do it continuously? Or is that not a thing?
What do you mean?
I don't, well...
Well, yeah,
I
of
don't
course.
know.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Yeah.
Would you like me to answer? So we're going to go up. Yep. Here's your juggle toss. You're going to go over. You're going to catch. You're going to take it out to there. Once you've got it out there, you're going to repeat. Yeah? Same thing. Send it over. That's my radiator. Catch.
No, I don't mean with the roll. I just mean like behind your back. Is there a way you can do it continuously or
So,
not?
yeah, you can catch. So if you send it up to here, yeah, you can then, I guess, you can take it onto that hand, right? And, I don't know, like turn it round, send it here, and you can toss it over. There's lots of different throws and catches you can do with it. You ever play with it? Let me know, yeah?
Thanks.
Yeah. Because you want to catch it on the other side, so you're going to have to need something to send it over to the other side. Otherwise, all you're going to do is just on one side. You can just go throw, catch, and then back in. Throw, catch, yeah? In order for it to go to the other side to be continuous, as is with an escalator, yeah, it's going to have to move through your body at some point to get to the other side. Does that make sense? So something's got to happen here, yeah. So whether it's you can kind of toss it over and then catch. So you can do like some kind of behind the back like rainbow throw, I guess, if you wanted, and catch it like that, and then take it back. But something has to happen here in order for it to be continuous. Otherwise it would just be one side constantly. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? There you go. Just make sure you pull back and open your chest up as well when you do it. Alright, and you want to make sure that you're allowing enough space and it's nice and rounded enough to go over your chest. Yeah, because if it's not, it's just going to bump into you and it's not going to go where you want it to go. Yeah. And as you're doing that roll, there's tons of stuff you can do anyway from that point. Get it? Do anything. Big fan of that one. Yeah. So swings. I like to catch it on here. And then turn it into a little corn toss. You do anything you want. Okay, any questions? That's it, Amy. That's it. So keep, when it's on your neck, really push into it. Don't stop. Yeah? Because when you stop, the hoop's going to stop. So really just push your neck into it and then get ready now to pull out when it's at the side. Okay, pull out, catch. Okay, you've got this. And make sure you bend over enough as well. So really stick your neck out. That's it. That's it. Nearly. Yeah. Okay, that's better. Much better. It was in that area as well. Yeah. So that's much better. It's just about concentrating on those little bits and getting it all where it needs to be. Okay. So any questions before we end? Anyone? Nice. And like I said, there's loads of stuff when it's on your chest. You can turn it into a coin toss. You can duck into it. You can add breaks with your knees. You can do lots of things. And if you are interested in that, let me know, and we can do something on from that point if you wanted. I hope that you've enjoyed today's session. You've all done really well. There's lots to it, so well done. And our next week one is going to be on like palm spins and smears, and I might be adding a couple of rolls in with that. There's a few like different things we can do with that, and I'm going to make it 1 and 2 hoop. So do come to that, it will be fun. Enjoy the rest of the sunshine here. Well, even in Turkey you've got sunshine. Yeah, any questions, you know where to find me. And have a lovely day, and I'll see you all soon. Okay, bye bye. Thank you very much.